Panellists from the UK, Ian Streets and Colin Smith, discuss the adaptations that can be made to premises and guidance on how to interact with people with learning disabilities, respectively. Local speakers included Gillian Guzman, who discussed the current legal framework for those with disabilities in Gibraltar, and Jason Belilo, who discussed the importance of language and etiquette.
We work alongside families and support workers and support services in providing something called positive behaviour support. So it's a framework and an approach which prevents challenging behaviours through assessment and positive behaviour support plans.
We have a very recent piece of legislation, which is a Disability Act 2017 that came into force last year, and that reflects a very wide-ranging commitment by the government and public bodies to ensure that the rights of persons with disabilities are respected across a spectrum. So it's an act which is very wide-ranging. It covers things from sports and leisure activities to education to housing to all sorts of aspects. So I would say that it does fare very well in terms of setting the legal framework which is necessary for changes to be implemented.
You think of Irish Town, that's a great example, where a lot of the shops in there have got steps up to them. They've got to keep a path down there for vehicles to move down. And it's about thinking outside the box, having portable ramps, giving staff training so they understand the needs of disabled people, they can offer help. We need to think about people that are perhaps visually impaired, hearing impaired, learning difficulties. It could be people with dementia. So you need to think about a broad spectrum of people.
When it comes to etiquette, something as easy as you could have somebody with a learning difficulty that might have a carer, or you have somebody that's deaf that might have an interpreter. And it's so, those people are so easily sidestepped and ignored because you're talking to the person, you're talking not to the person but through them, through the interpreter. And it's important to keep the person in conversation. So you have an interpreter, always look at the person they're interpreting for, not at the interpreter, which is difficult to do because you tend to look at the person that's talking back to you. And those little things that you just be aware of.
Hosted by the Ministry of Equality, Samantha Sacramento said it was very exciting to have so many experts conveying the message of inclusion.